Well, happy May long weekend, everyone. As we move into this weekend, I wanted to give you a little story of something that just happened recently. So a couple of weeks ago, I was up in Squamish visiting our church up there. And Richard and Karen were leading on that Sunday. And as they wrapped it up, they passed it over to me. And I forget exactly how it came about, but someone said, that they were wanting to be baptized. And I said, that's great. We've got a baptism service scheduled for September, the first citywide September. We did this last year. We're going to do it again this year in Porto Cove. So if you want to be baptized, put that on your calendar. But I said, that's what we're going to have. It'd be wonderful to get baptized then in the ocean. But I said, but if you want to be baptized beforehand, I'm not going to stop that, whatever you want to do. And someone in the back row just kind of pipes up and says, the guy wants to be baptized, what's stopping us now? Let's go down to the ocean and get him baptized. Well, I don't really have any reason as to why we shouldn't do that. It seems like, in fact, actually a good idea. And so the whole church just kind of packed up. We went down to the ocean in Squamish, and Daniel got baptized. Here's maybe a couple of pictures I'll put up here now of him getting baptized. It was just such a sweet morning. And then afterwards, we went back up to Maria's house, and we had our meal that was already planned, but that meal now just had a new level of celebration and excitement. Baptism is so wonderful, right? It's a sign of new life. It's the mark that the outside reality of what's taking place on the inside, death to sin and alive in Christ. And if you want to be baptized, well, let's get you baptized. Yeah, we're going to have a baptism service in September. If you want to wait till then, fantastic. Be lovely to have people to be baptized then. But if you want to get baptized beforehand, just reach out to me and let's do that. So I hope you're encouraged. God's doing some wonderful things with people coming to faith in Christ and new things happening all over the place in our churches. And let's just keep praying for more of this and more of new life. I was looking at a report that I had written recently, or something that I had done recently, where I was challenging our churches a couple of years ago. Let's start praying that people would be getting baptized. And we're actually seeing answers to those prayers in these days. And it's really, really wonderful. So I passed that little story on to you as this little report, a little update to you to encourage you, and keep praying, and have a wonderful long weekend. Citywide coming up the following weekend on May 25th, and we'd love to see you there in North Vancouver. So much love to you all. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.